Hi there, and welcome to the Vocab Voyage vocab run through for the climate change word list. Straight into it, I'm going to run through the list from top to bottom, the same order that you have on your list. So here we go. First word, Arctic. Arctic in this list's case is an adjective. It means anything in the top part of the world around the North Pole. It's very cold, Arctic, Arctic winter. The next word, on to number 2, insulate. To insulate is to make something warmer by adding something. You can insulate your house by putting, at our house we have double glazed windows. That insulates it, makes it warmer. You can put stuff in the roof or underneath the floor. Insulates, stops heat from escaping, keeps it warm. Next word, plunge. Plunge. To plunge means to fall suddenly. Sailing along, going along, drop very quickly. Airplanes can plunge sometimes. Prices can plunge. Temperatures can plunge. All sorts of things can plunge. Along and down. Next word, wind chill. Compound word. 2 words put together to make one word. Wind. Chill. Chill is cold. Wind chill, if it's like -5, you feel cold, right? Yeah. But if it's like -5 and very windy, it's colder. So combination of wind and cold drops the temperature. Next word, cool word, vortex. Vortex. A vortex is simply something which is spinning around and around and around. Weather systems create vortexes. There was a Arctic vortex, a polar vortex over North America early in the year where cold air was just circulating. Okay, on we go. Frostbite. Another compound word, frost and bite. It's where frost bites you. It happens on your ears, your fingers, your toes, your nose. It's when the skin, the surface of the skin and just under the surface freezes. It's not good. People get amputated and all sorts. It's not good. Put your gloves on. Okay. Warn. Warn. To warn is to basically tell someone to watch out. If you do this, something bad will happen. Warning signs at the station. Warning signs everywhere. My mother used to say to me, I'll give you a warning. If you're not good, you'll be in trouble. Warning. On we go. Toll. Okay, now toll in a wide sense can mean a cost or something you must pay or something bad which has happened as a result of something. It can mean a property, a loss of property. It can mean injury. But you see in this case, you see the little kanji for death. A death toll is how many people died. The death toll of the tsunami, the death toll of a volcanic eruption, the cost in human life. Okay, on we go. Hypothermia. Hypothermia. Hypothermia happens. Frostbite is localized. Frostbite means in one place. Hypothermia, your body's constantly producing heat to keep you warm because the temperature of your body is about 36, yeah? Hypothermia is the situation where your body cannot produce heat as fast as it's losing heat. And so your body temperature comes down, you go into shock, and the worst can happen. Here we go. Meteorologist. A meteorologist does not study meteors. A meteorologist is a weatherman. A fairly high-level weatherman, someone who studies weather. Okay? Atmosphere. Atmosphere is the air around us, the air we breathe. Pretty simply, that's it. It's the stuff we breathe. It's about, I don't know, 8 miles wide or something from sea level north. Yeah, the atmosphere. It gets thinner the higher you go. Or another sphere. Biosphere. Biosphere is the parts of the world. Bio means alive. A biosphere is the parts of the world where there are living things. Okay? Animals and plants. Animals and plants are there, part of the biosphere. Next word. Climate. Climate. Sunny day today. Doesn't mean it's a nice climate. Climate is long term. Changes over the long term. Not day-to-day weather. Long term. Okay? Climate change. Yeah. El Nino. Now, El Nino, Spanish word become English. El Nino is the situation that happens just off the coast, off the west coast of South America. The temperatures of the water, of the ocean there gets warm. As a result, the air heats up and it can lead to climate fluctuations, rain, tornadoes, etc., etc. Happens sometimes, doesn't always happen. Environmental policy. Environmental policy is the steps, the rules, the procedures that companies and governments have in respect to the environment and looking after it and their effect on the environment. Some places better than others. Some countries better than others. Next word. Fauna. Fauna means animals. Animals of a certain area or a certain time. The fauna of Japan is different to the fauna of New Zealand. The fauna of the present era is different to the fauna of 100,000 years ago. Places or time periods, the animals belonging to that time. If it's not an animal, it's flora. Flora, same thing as fauna, but for plants. Japanese environment plants, different to New Zealand. And over time, flora changes too. Ooh, global warming. Global warming. Constant argument, does it exist? Global warming, the globe is the earth. The atmosphere, we talked about. The atmosphere getting warmer. Over a period of time, the temperature is going up. If it keeps going up, there's going to be all sorts of problems to do with all the natural processes and all nature. Greenhouse gases. Oh, greenhouse gas, I'm sorry. Greenhouse gas. A greenhouse, if you go and you see in the country the plastic houses where farmers are growing their vegetables and plants, and that's a greenhouse. The greenhouse, if you think the atmosphere, the greenhouse gas, it acts like a greenhouse so heat can't escape from the atmosphere. So leads to global warming. Greenhouse gases. Ice cap. I wear a cap on my head, a cap covers my head, and ice cap is a big ice thing, big section of ice covering something. The most well-known ice cap is the Arctic ice cap. It's getting smaller. Global warming, yeah? La Nino. El Nino, South America, West Coast, warmer. La Nino, South America, off the West Coast, ocean gets cooler. And so it also has climate ramifications, big word, climate consequences. Natural means we had nothing to do with it. We didn't make it. It came about. It's always been here. It's come about through processes which we have nothing to do with. Natural process. Natural process is how natural came about. Natural process, eruptions, wind, rain, hibernation of migration of animals, all the things that the earth does by itself which leads the environment to change. Natural processes. Ocean current. Ocean current, if you look at the river, you can see the water flowing along the river. And the same thing happens in the ocean. You might remember after the tsunami in Alaska and California, they found stuff from the tsunami. That's because the ocean currents were taking it across. La Nina, El Nino also have to do with ocean currents. Photosynthesis, not with the camera. Photosynthesis is the method by which plants use sunlight and create energy for themselves with it. Photosynthesis. Big part of plants creating oxygen. Very important. Seasonal. Seasonal, belonging to a season. You should always buy seasonal vegetables. Seasonal vegetables which are growing in your area in your season now. Seasonal weather. In winter, seasonal weather is cold. In summer, seasonal weather is hot. Yeah? Here we go. Thermal expansion. If you get a bottle of hot water and put a balloon on the top, the balloon will blow up because the heat's coming up, the air's expanding. Thermal expansion is heat, air expands. Tipping point. Very bad thing. Picture yourself leaning back on a chair and you lean too far and you start to fall. Can you bring yourself back? No. The tipping point is a point where it's too late. You can't bring it back. There's arguments that our environment will soon reach the tipping point where we can't fix it. Too much damage has been done. Tipping point. Very bad thing. Weather conditions. Weather conditions are the day-to-day weather. The weather conditions today, I'm looking out the window, are lovely. Nice and sunny. Weather conditions, not climate, long-term. Weather conditions, day by day. Okay? Weather conditions. And last but not least, weather event. A weather event is something that happens with the weather that makes it in the news a big thing. Tsunami? No. Typhoon. Hurricane. Unseasonably cold weather. All these things which make the news are weather events. Okay, so that's your climate change word run through. Thank you very much, and thank you for listening to Vocab Voyage. Out for now.